Hi everybody. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, but I am possibly back. We'll see how things go. I've been wanting to do a Christmas kind of series on my channel for a while now, and it has been a rough couple of years with a lot of stuff that I don't need to get into, but it's supposed to be last year, and then it was supposed to be at the beginning of June. Then it made more sense to do it in July, and then it was this, that, and currently there's a hurricane outside. Or it's a tropical storm now. I don't know. I'm just hoping my roof doesn't fly off or my lights don't go out. Anyway, I have a rather impressive collection of vintage Christmas books. And there's usually nothing in any of these that would be applicable to today and how we do things, but they're super fun to look through. I love finding them. I would rather see one of these at a thrift store or Goodwill than pretty much anything else besides Whole Pottery. Today's tea is Vanilla Spice Energy by Yogi. So yeah, I get very excited when I see these, and there are sometimes big groups of a couple of years that I can get. I probably have a few duplicates because I don't have them written down, but I should. But anyway, I just wanted to go through these and do a flip through. So the best thing about buying these books from places like Goodwill is that oftentimes, I guess you can probably see right here, this is a post-it that was marking something that this woman felt was important. I don't know what it is, because I haven't looked through this one since I got it, but this is my oldest one in 1981, which is older than me. But what I like is they often come with all these little bits that were stuck in the book. I mean, we don't really do this anymore because we have things like Pinterest and stuff like that, but it's really neat to see these things. This was published on Friday, December 18th, 1981. It is from a Heloise article. Heloise 2? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know who Heloise is. But it's just a recipe for pralines, which is fun. They're made with buttermilk. Hopefully you can see that if you wanted to write that down. It's weird that it's not actually written like a recipe, but it gets the job done. This is from Louisiana Life. It is Aunt Emma's White Fruitcake and Paula's Stuffed Pumpkin. I'm assuming that they probably saved this for the fruitcake. There's the recipe. There's the instructions. You can pause it if you need to. There's the rest of the instructions. Old-fashioned 3-pound fruitcake. This looks like it, oh, there's more on the back. This looks like one of those things where it came with a book and you could write in to get the recipe for something. This is old-fashioned fruitcake. Let me see what's in here. Yeah, it tells you all the individual fruits, and then it also says mixed fruit, if you want to just use that, which, who wouldn't use that? That's definitely what I would go with. I love fruitcake. Fruitcake, it's one of my favorite things about Christmas, but I can't eat it because it's got such a ridiculous amount of sugar in it because of all the preserved fruits and all the extra sugar and everything. It's just, I love the Klaxon ones. They're very gummy. It's like eating a gummy bear made out of cake. I love it. Okay, on the back we have Kris Kringle cookies and glacé fudge bars. It's a regular cookie recipe, 4 dozen. And the glacé fudge bars, chocolate, butter, sugar, eggs, orange, glacé orange peel, glacé pineapple, glacé whole green cherries. Those cherries freak me out. They bleach them before they dye them, which is very strange. But a good thing we have better alternatives to that today if you want glacé fruit. Or you can make it yourself. We're not going to do that. Okay, and I think this last one is going to be hard to read because it's handwritten, which makes it better for me. I mean, that somebody actually wrote, it's a copy, but at some point somebody saw this or copied it or wrote it down somewhere. It's for a fig cake. There's the ingredients. flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, sugar, oil, eggs, buttermilk, fig preserves, chopped nuts, and vanilla. Oh, that actually sounds good. I really like fig preserves. I have a fig tree outside, and as soon as it gets figs on it that are ready to harvest, something eats them. Every time. Don't know what it is, but I've just been taking care of it for whatever animal is eating it. And then there's the ingredients and the instructions. I mean, it's your basic, throw everything together, mix it up. It's 3... I can't see the temperature. I think it says 3, maybe 25 for 45 minutes. Baking time may vary. That part's cut off. And then there's a sauce for the cake that she suggests to cut in half. Sugar, caro, buttermilk. There's so much buttermilk. Was buttermilk really big in the 80s and I don't remember that? I don't know. Sugar, caro syrup, buttermilk, 1 stick oleo. Is that like margarine? Vanilla, baking soda, mix all ingredients, boil for 3 minutes. And I can't see the rest because it's cut off. But see, I love stuff like this, that somebody actually wrote this down. They probably cooked it for their family. They served that at a Christmas party, something. And I just think that's cool. I mean, this book is not in fantastic shape. Some of the pages are missing. Most of them aren't even attached to the spine. I want to glue it back together, but how often am I going to look at a Christmas book from 1981? Except for today. So let's see if we can open this and keep it together. Look at that picture on the front. Is that not like quintessential 80s Christmas? I'm going to zoom in a little bit when we start getting to the actual contents of the book. These books are almost always, even the newer ones, are broken down into food, entertaining, gifts, decorating. Like this is decorating outside, Christmas Bazaar, which is gifts, and then a bunch of stuff, a bunch of recipes. Cookies, and then over here, jams, jellies, pies, specialties. What is that? Charlotte Russe. Gift of giving, which is more gifts. Okay, the first section is decorating for the holidays. I mean, this is just fun. Big lights, big ones that you have to screw in. I remember those. And all these painted lawn signs. We still have a friend of mine that I used to work for, her when I was doing flowers. Her mom makes painted lawn signs still. They're a big thing down here. I guess they're probably a big thing everywhere. They don't look like this. These look... I mean, this Santa right here, he is like the stuff of nightmares. But it's so, it's like quaint, you know, it's like the 80s. This is foliage clusters, swags. I like this on the fence. It's just a little greenery with some, looks like apples in it. And this is a door swag. Which, the reason I wanted to do these look-throughs is that you would probably not put this on your door today. You might wear that sweater. I don't know. But you probably wouldn't want to put something that has a Raggedy Ann doll, a weird bow, a toy trumpet, and a fire truck in it. Well, I don't even know what the theme is here. But you could take this shape that it has the magnolia at the top and I'm gonna say pine fir or something at the bottom with the pine cones in it. It's probably pine. And then decorate it in something a little more appropriate for 2019. These are some wreaths. This is cute. This is, let me see, a flat woven basket. And it's got the greens on top of it with Japanese lemons. If I was going to do something like this, I would probably buy me a nice big embroidery hoop. Even one of the big quilter ones. And you could stretch fabric over that and then do something on top of that so it's a little more updated, because for some reason everybody's super into embroidery hoops for now. This is nice. I don't see any problem with this. It's a Southern Wreath, Nestle cotton balls, apples, holly berries, wax myrtle, and then a thick background of common boxwood. If you like a natural thing for Christmas. This I still love. I mean, it does look a little dated, but these magnolia garlands, I had two enormous magnolia trees down the street from my house, and for some reason, I don't know why, they cut them down. And there were so many branches of magnolias, I could have swagged the entire neighborhood in garlands. I'm so upset those trees are gone. This is just another little natural wreath. I like stuff like that. This was really big in the 80s. And these books now are all in color, but they used to not be. So it shows you how to use I'm assuming this is a straw wreath that's wrapped in some kind of plastic. You can get the straw wreaths from Walmart. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. Any craft store. And then they're pinning things in with florist pins or greening pins. They look kind of like hairpins, except they're flat across the top, and they go down and they stick in really good, and they're firmer than hairpins. But you could also use wire to do that, and it's just basic wreath making there. This is another garland wreath. Let's see what this one is. It does not even say. Oh, it's holly. Is that holly? Okay. Cool. This is super dated. This I like. I do like this. I even like the ribbon. I think it's interesting to see how at this time, like in the 80s and even into the 90s, we were very into natural things, like things you could maybe have the idea that you go out into your backyard and you gather all this stuff like they used to have to do. I mean, you couldn't go to Walmart and buy a garland because there was no Walmart. There were Walmarts in the 80s. I mean, just like really back in the day, like really traditional decorating. This is a hurricane filled with some vintage ornaments. I like that, a hurricane lamp. Don't like the bows on the chandelier. This is kind of cute. It's pillows that are wrapped like presents with just some ribbon around them. A mirror that's wrapped like a present. These big loopy velvet bows. The thing that's really interesting to me is that there was no wired ribbon this far back. Wired ribbon, well, there was wire ribbon. It mostly came from France, and it was incredibly expensive. But this is just, they make like floppy bows, but it's cool. And then poinsettias, which I am not a fan of poinsettias, mostly because I know they will poison my dog. But I just don't like the look of them. I don't know what's going on these two pages. This is a nut basket. It's got a bunch of nuts glued to the outside of it says acorns, peach or prune pits, seed pods, and an old basket. Brown linoleum paste. There were no hot glues, I'm thinking. It's so interesting. This I like. I love the idea of using fruit in Christmas arrangements. This is pears. No, Osage oranges, cedar sprigs, shiny magnolia leaves. Interesting. I would probably use pears because who knows what an Osage orange is. This is very dated. Just a grapevine wreath with some baby's breath in it. Here's oyster shells and pomegranates. That's interesting. This is classic. Just two arrangements on either side of a mirror over a fireplace or a painting. These days we would probably do them in faux flowers, silks, because who can keep fresh flower arrangements going the whole Christmas season? Seems excessive. Candle in a window, classic. Sprig of evergreens with a bow just over a window as a nice swag. And then they have a whole guide on selecting the right tree. Also, all the trees in these books, real. I don't know how I feel about real trees, because you think you're doing a good thing because you're buying something. Well, down here, you really should buy a real tree, because when we're done with them, people come around and collect them and they throw them into the coast of Louisiana to stop erosion. But it takes a lot of time and water to grow a tree that big that you're just going to cut down and then transport really far. Whereas if you buy an artificial tree, you are buying it once and you're keeping it for 10 years. I mean, my mom's got a Christmas tree that she's had for like 20 years. So this looks like a bunch of toys on here, which is kind of cool. It's so weird how different Christmas trees were. I mean, nowadays, like the trees everybody wants are ones where you can't even see the tree. This has got those icicles all over it, which is just no, such a mess. Shell collector's tree, sand dollars, starfish. This is hydrangeas, the individual pieces of it. That's cool. I don't know that you would want to use red. If you would do like a coastal tree, that might be cool. Bird's nest trees. They're probably telling you to go ahead and gather. Red ripe clusters of cotton, center berries seem a natural accent around bird's nests and pine cones in a Christmas tree designed by nature. Don't go take bird's nests unless you know they're empty. And maybe still then just buy them at a craft store or online or something. But that one's kind of cool. I would like to do a tree like one day, do a tree like this that's outside for the birds during the winter, because we have a lot of birds that come down here, south, obviously. And it's nice to have something for them outside to eat when it's cold out. This is a fruit and berry tree. I like this. Sweet gumballs. Dry sweet gumballs, floral spray adhesive, Nandina berries, and green sewing thread. Spray each gumball with floral adhesive. They didn't have styrofoam balls? I mean, that's bad for the environment, but why am I putting gumballs all over this tree? And it's all fresh fruit. Again, go faux. Keep it forever. And these are some just holiday crafts. Table runner. Real simple. I'm assuming if you're subscribed to my channel, you know how to sew. And even not, something simple like this, you would get like, what is it? Stitch witchery, fusible tape stuff. These are little beaded ornaments. You could update them to today. Same with the crocheted ornaments that are stiffened. Y'all, I cannot crochet. If it was between like learning to crochet and like living, I would not live, because I cannot do it. I want to do it, cannot do it. I can cross stitch though. This seems like a lot of work to do for gifts, but my gifts are always ridiculous, so maybe this is not that bad. And it's got the little pattern right here. That's cute. This is a Christmas tree, which I like how they have the layout. It's like a dressmaking pattern. They have the layout, and then this is graph. It's all graph paper, and then each little square equals an inch, so you can draw it out and then do like they used to have these in coloring books, like where you would trace the picture. So know that this one only has to have a little line that goes from here to here. And this one only has to have a line that goes from like the bottom third to like almost the corner. And that's how you blow them up. But you could also take it to Kinko's. Extremely dated stockings. Look at that. That's hilarious. But still, if you like a traditional Christmas, that's probably great for you. I mean, they're not terrible. It's just, I don't know. I just can't see them in Christmases today. I always like these animal, like little handcraft things that you can make for kids. They probably have the patterns on, yeah. See, it's just a simple, kind of like a triangle, some arms, a head, and then you would just applicate little pieces for the face or embroider them. That's cute. And these are things that children can do. Wrapping paper ornaments, where are those at? Oh, yeah, down here, you would cut out like the little bear. And then this is a coffee can planter. Half round molding. Okay, that doesn't seem like something a kid could easily deal with. I mean, you'd have to cut everything for them. But still, you could use, those old-fashioned clothespins that look like the little dolls. That could be cool. And then you just put that's an African violet in there. And these are just felt picture frames. That's cool for kids. I mean, especially for like grandparents. Like, you know, grandparents love that stuff. This is gift sacks made out of tissue paper that are sewn. Okay, well, if you've ever sewn tissue paper before, you know how ridiculous that is. But, I mean, if you need money, you know, if you need to save some money, wine bag, that's cool. It's just wrapping paper. It says foil wrapping paper, but I mean, wrapping paper today is so heavy duty. It's so thick. Christmas seals. Ugh, the book is falling apart even more. Fabric boxes. I mean, you can see how this is kind of lopsided, kind of. I bet you could do it with interfacing to stiffen it up some. Handmade Christmas cards with a couple little patterns. And then mailing tips. Like, this stuff I thought was always really interesting. I wish that we could have the mailing prices we did in 1981. That would be fantastic. And then these are celebrations from the kitchen. This is going to be more recipes. Eggnog, Brandy Alexander's, Kahlua Velvet Frosty. Okay. Open house punch, champagne punch. Hot buttered rum. That sounds disgusting to me. That has always sounded so gross to me. Wassail. Hot cranberry tea. What is that? 4 cups of cranberries, 3 quarts of water, juice of 3 lemons, juice of 3 oranges, 2 to 2.5 cups of sugar, 1 stick of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of white cloves. Whole cloves, sorry. This is just like a spiced punch kind of thing. I can't do cinnamon. Cinnamon make my mouth go can't talk. Swedish limpa? See, they need pictures of the food. But see, older books are definitely better about that. Let's see. This is Danish pastry wreath. This is stolen back here. And I'm guessing this is the Christmas bread. Yeah. Stolen. Wreath. Where's the bread recipe? Is that on the other page? Yeah, old-fashioned Christmas bread. I'd love to make a stolen, but it just... I don't eat that, so... And I don't have any friends, so I don't know who I would give that to, and I'm sure my mom doesn't want a gigantic stolen. Braided light bread. Water, yeast, sugar, flour, salt, eggs. This looks like basically a brioche, right? Raisin cinnamon swirl bread. I love homemade bread. I love the look of it. Cakes and fruit cakes. Coconut sour layer cake. Cream cheese frosting for a hummingbird cake. Holiday coconut cake with lemon filling and fluffy frosting. Eggnog cake. Ooh! Butter, powdered sugar, 5 egg yolks, 1/4 cup of brandy, 1 cup almonds, 1 commercial angel food cake, 1 cup whipping cream whipped. Cream, butter, and sugar until light and fluffy. Add egg yolks 1 at a time, beating well after each addition. Stir in brandy and 3/4 cup of almonds. Sliced cake cores. This has raw eggs in it, which I guess eggnog does. What they're telling you to buy a pre-made angel food cake. Sliced cake horizontally into 4 layers. Spread cream mixture between 2 layers. Chill 24 hours just before serving. Spread whipped cream on top and sides of cake. Sprinkle with remaining almonds. That's a lot of egg yolks to eat raw. Peach brandy pound cake, steamed holiday pudding, Kentucky bourbon cake, miniature white fruit cakes. If y'all want to pause on anything, I'm not going to be able to see if you can actually see this until I go to edit, but hopefully you can see enough to pause and write it down and then stick it in a book for somebody 20 years later to find. Actually, this is 40 years later, pretty much. See, she bookmarked this. This is where the Post-it is. That is still sticky. Way to go, Post-it. This is light fruitcake. I love fruitcake. Oh, I love fruitcake. And then over here they have steps to a perfect fruitcake. And this is where things are really falling apart. Holiday log cake, velvety chocolate cake. Let me stop right there for a second. Velvety chocolate frosting. That cake looks incredibly dry. Belgian mocha cake, mocha frosting, tipsy cake, custard, whipped cream frosting. Is this all for the tipsy cake? That's a lot. What is that? Sherry, apple jelly, almonds, custard, recipe followed. Okay. See, it's like all over the place. Confections. I'm missing 10 pages. I don't know where they are. I'm assuming they weren't in the book when I bought it. Pralines, pecan snacks, corn oil, pecans, onion powder, and garlic. So they're like spiced pecans, but savory. Buttermilk pecan pralines. Again with the buttermilk. Millionaires. Brandied pear sauce. Peach pecan jam. Pear preserves. Corn relish, holiday relish, orange coconut pie. Oh, here's the ones from before. This is 90, maybe? Yeah, I'll just... They're not in order anymore, but I'll go through and show you. Mincemeat crutch pie, pecan pie. Oh, this is about making a Black-Eyed Susans. This is confections again. Are cookies? Yeah. Old-fashioned Christmas cookies. Gingerbread family. Look at that. Oh, it's showing you how to take the thing and put it on like parchment paper and then prick through with a needle and then go through and score it so you can get the score lines to know where to put the icing. That's funny. Fruitcake cookies. Oh, let me turn. What's going on here? Candy cane cookies. Filled Christmas cookies, cream cheese crescents, lemon cheese logs. Cream cheese. Love cream cheese. Chocolate eggnog layer pie, bourbon pie. Oh, and this I wanted to see what the Charlotte Russe was. Oh, that's like it's like a trifle, right? 4 eggs, 10 tablespoons of sugar, unflavored gelatin, beat yolks and sugar, split ladyfingers in half, line, and yeah, it's basically a trifle, right? Ambrosia. Ambrosia with just oranges and coconut? Interesting. Orange butter, toasted pecans, Swedish nuts, candied fresh coconut, cream cheese mints. These are super popular. These are always going to be. It's probably in every one of these things. Every one of these books. German chocolate fudge. Strawberry candied citrus peel. Cookies. Coconut Island cookies. Frosted apricot. They don't seem very like... I don't think of Coconut Island cookies like... That's like summer flavors to me, I guess. I don't know. Fruit bread, fruitcake. Oh, we went over that already anyway. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff. Don't know what it is because the pages are all out of order. Some more recipes. These are the handcrafted treasures. These are things that are made by artists. And it actually says where you can find the person. You know, it gives you ordering instructions to, send a check through the mail. Checks are money orders. Crafts of 9 states. This was all metal one time. One of them was $11.50. One was $22.50. I'm guessing this one is a more expensive one. The hanging planner was $41.50. Pottery candles $23.95. I gotta remind myself that all this stuff is handmade because I'm like, why is that? That's like something you would get from Dollar Tree, but it's actually handmade. Mixing set bowls, $32.95. Spoon holder, $14.95. French tasting spoon. Here we go, $4.50. I can afford that. Mirror, necktie, silk scarves. Chinese checkers. Never understood how to play. Birdhouse. Noah's Ark. Corn shuck doormat. because everybody needs one of those. Mountain Hearth Broom, Fan Wisp Broom, Striped Honeysuckle Baskets. Oh, Trapunto Pillows. Look, now we're back into something that has to do with quilting. $30 each. I'd buy that. I hate going Trapunto. Not that I quilt anymore, but... Oil lamps, 11th hour gifts. Oh, so it's things that, you know, you need a last minute gift. What are you going to give somebody? Overnight case for granddaughters, sports tote for active boys or girls, gourmet collections, springtime in December, toolkits, collectible tins, and then this is, what is this here? Specialties from all over the country have been chosen to celebrate the Christmas season in style. So I guess you could order this stuff online? Not online, through the mail? Can you order this through the mail? There's no shipping, so if I find something, do I just have to hope that it's around New Orleans? Like these tater boxes? That's in Tennessee. And that's pretty far to go for tater boxes. I don't even know. 1 2-pound smoked sausage, 1 pound sugar cured honey. Wait, 1 2-pound smoked sausage, 1 pound sugar cured hickory smoked sliced country bacon, and 6 slices of salt cured aged red-eyed gravy country ham. Wow. Limit 1 per person, 1 time only. West of Denver at 50 cents. It seems like a lot of stuff for $10. Okay. Taster box, not tater box. I apparently cannot read. And this is the Christmas Around the South. I think they do like... Oh, this is not the house thing. This is like events. In 1982, I guess. 1981. Georgia's Christmas Around the World, and Louisiana Christmas Eve bonfire celebration. Letcher Gramercy area around River Road between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. That's too far for me to go. Patio Planter celebration. Patio Planter Christmas Carol celebration in New Orleans. It's St. Louis Cathedral. People went to the French Quarter in the 80s? I didn't know that. Many, Louisiana, Natchitoches. Okay. Mississippi. Texas. Okay, here's a journal, which is kind of cool. Okay, so here's your gift list. Dad is getting a necktie, golf club, and for stocking stuffers, he's getting, I don't know, his favorite candy. And then relatives and friends. I guess this would all be family. This is relatives and friends outside your immediate family. And then they have the size chart, you know, like their height, their weight, coat. Who needs all these measurements? Everybody's getting t-shirts. Okay? That's what you're getting from me. And then you can plan out your holiday schedule, your gift card list. And then here's a breakdown of what you have to do every day. Sometimes these are filled out, and I love that. I love seeing what Grandma Joan did on December 3rd to get ready for Christmas. So cool. And then here, you get to act like little photo albums too. Oh, and look, we have another recipe in here. And that's it. That is Southern Living's Christmas 1981. Let's see what this is. I'm guessing it is California cheesecake because that's the only complete recipe. And there's a salad dressing. What is California style cheesecake? Graham crackers, almonds, sugar, butter, cream cheese, lemon, vanilla, sugar, egg. That's a regular cheesecake. I guess I put avocado on it if it's West Coast. So that's 1981. So fun. So this is going to be, I have a lot of books to go through. I don't know if I'm going to do them all. I like the older ones the best, but some of the ones from the early 2000s are fun too. But the more recent they get, it's more like, oh, well, I can see that on Pinterest. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am going to be making a lot more videos. At least that is the plan. Because it is Christmas in July and it is coming quick. So thank you. You guys have a wonderful day. Comment below, like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, whatever it is people are doing these days. And let me know in the comments below if there's anything in here that you would make or cook or bake or buy, maybe. I look forward to hearing from some of my old friends that were subscribed when I used to upload regularly. So thanks everybody. Have a great day.